What a beautiful Corvette, especially if Vettes are something you enjoy. The color's very nice, and the engine exhaust sounds wonderful. But let's look into this car as it has aged. Suspension, front window, rear end, wiring, all worth a refresh. Welcome to Road Odyssey. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you like the videos that I provide, please subscribe. And I have my Facebook page, Road Odyssey. Join me there any day, any week for nice little updates. This 1966 Corvette was in decent condition when it came into the shop for a refresh. As could be expected, more was required than thought. When the car first arrived, Alex installed a UBS port on the passenger side. Nice modern upgrade. Be aware though, as wiring was expected, they found hot wires for the wipers and such wired directly to the starter, and the ground straps were connected to the body. Now think about that. Ground straps connected to a fiberglass body. So yeah, there were wiring issues. Even within the pretty chrome electrical cover, there were crimped wires. I went on a test drive after some of these fixes, but the fun is just getting started.
Oh, manual steering. Trying to buckle.
Yeah, it is.
You shouldn't have to hang out at 900 RPM to keep it from buckling.
So that was all of March when the Vette came in and work began. Now into April, the front suspension was completely reworked and gone over. The whole suspension assembly had been dismantled. Jason blew all of this apart. I watched the control arms removed and washed, then repainted and replaced, along with several other pieces all through that section. Also at this time, the gauge cluster was being reworked, so the odometer had to be replaced. Then, in May, Affordable Auto Glass, a mobile glass company in Paris, Texas, visited the 66 Vette. They were primarily, getting measurements and seeing the condition of the car and just making sure that they're going to order all the necessary bits and pieces to make this right. Jason and Alex then replaced the front springs, so that was a interesting piece of work right there. Jason moved to the rear suspension to replace the leaf spring and put in new bushings, etc. Sorry about the dark lighting. I know that's terrible. Let's watch affordable auto glass from Paris, Texas replace the front window real quick. Kind of. Now, this has disclaimers you must know about. The window had to be resealed due to the old seal being worn and the surrounding glue dripping on the dash and steering wheel. First, it's an old car, and getting good window gaskets or seals can be tricky even for the professionals. In this case, having the right seal was fine. Getting glue, fine. No one had new window trim clips to add in to hold down the trim, which in turn would just hold down the gasket as expected. All the bad places along the edges will be fixed in the near future. Here, with the trim off, you can see how bad the old seal and glue was getting. Affordable Auto Glass got the trim off nicely, removed the window, and cleaned the whole area up nicely. Then they installed the new gasket, which was much easier with 2 pairs of hands. With the window out again, you can really see how bad the overall seal was getting. It took a little coaxing, but the window relented. Nicely installed, with the exception of needing those trim clips to hold down the trim better, all of which will be addressed in the near future. Meanwhile, Jason had been working on the rear diff and suspension. I didn't realize the rear diff mounts to the rear of the car directly. Interesting idea, I guess. But the whole rear end seems to look really nice, all buttoned up. I hope it handles and is as reliable as it looks nice. To finish up, I caught Jason taking the wheels on and off. The knockoff wheel hubs are very cool. Had to bleed the brakes and test them. First time I've been in a C2 Corvette elevator. But yeah, the brakes were fantastic. Looking at the dash, there was the wire from the ignition power to the coil passing through the firewall and kind of hidden inside the pretty little chrome wire cover. Well, that ignition power wire caused some problems because it got crimped by this chrome cover. Also, the chrome cover knocked off a tiny little hose line that Jason had to fix. So all of which, though, caused the car to not start, obviously. So once those were fixed, the car ran fine. that's it for this 66 Corvette drama story. Be certain that I did not even share several other interesting fixes of this car. It was a bit of a handful. And with that, relax, take it easy, and I'll see you later. Be sure to like and subscribe and view and share my videos as much as possible because that seriously counts. Bye.